Hey Kim.
Hey, hi everybody. This is Kim Tang, and guess what? I am with Jeroen de Wit. Hi, Jeroen.
Hi everyone. My name is Jeroen de Wit. Kim, I why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay,
A
my
little
name
background.
is Kim Tang, and listen, most of you know me as head coach of USA Yoga and head coach of International Yoga Sports Federation. But unless you know me personally, you might not know that I actually am also a level 2 quantum healing hypnosis practitioner. And in fact, the first session that I ever had was back in 2017, and it was actually with Jeroen, my teacher. He's a level 3 quantum healing hypnosis practitioner. And Jeroen, I am going to tell you, was certified directly by Dolores Cannon while she was still on the earthly plane. And Jeroen and I are collaborating on a retreat, and it is a past life regression retreat located here at Yucca Shala in Yucca Valley, Joshua Tree, Palm Springs area of and the high desert of Southern California. And our event is called Eternally You, a past, present, and future hypnosis immersion into self. And the event is in September. And I'm telling you right now, we're getting into summer, and I know you need to make your vacation plans, your travel plans. You need to make your retreat plans starting now. So we really wanted to get the word out and make sure you understand that we're having a super special, highly unique, and deep immersion up here September 10th through 13th, Thursday through Sunday. So, Jeroen, let's just get started talking about it.
Okay, sounds good. So I am a level 3 QHT practitioner trained by Dolores Cannon. I've been doing this work for 20 years and I'm so excited to combine forces with amazing Kim and her partner Spencer, amazing sound magician.
Mm.
So we're bringing all these ingredients together we've created this amazing retreat that is going to help you to reconnect to yourself. We're in our lives, having our day-to-days with our to-do lists and taking care of people and jobs and everything. This is a space of deep connection, um, joyfully connecting to yourself. It's really gentle and varied, a very wonderful journey inward that is really going to be beneficial for relying more on your higher self or connecting with your higher self and bringing more of your authenticity out. We start on Thursday, September 10th.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, how about in a little bit, I'll screen share the link to the event so we can go over what it is, where to find it, how to register, and what the details are about scheduling and things. Jeroen, I think that let's talk about the experience of past life regression. So we're not calling it quantum healing because that has a requirement of the one-on-one session, of course, and this is a deep, deep group immersion. And I want to say, though, that in a hypnosis session, there are any number of things. As a matter of fact, you don't know what to expect. You won't know until you're in there. But there are a number of things that I observe. How about that? And that is that sometimes people stay right here in this lifetime. So the subconscious basically drops into a moment that is where the most information is held about what's required for the soul's learning. Sometimes people start to go into a lot of past lives and they can start to see kind of karmic relationships and like carry throughs of unfinished business. And in this way, patterns, behaviors, and relationships are kind of recognizable and identifiable as carryovers from some unresolved past. And then sometimes people go straight to source. And I'll say that that was my experience. I didn't go straight to source, but I kind of went through a journey that started in my mother's bedroom when I was 9 years old with pneumonia, when my father was dying. And my mother said some magic words to me in that moment, in real life, in this life. She said to me, Kim, don't forget, you have the power to heal yourself. And I, of course, was a 9-year-old with pneumonia in bed. And she said to me, if you don't get better by tomorrow, you're going to the hospital. And if you go to the hospital, they're going to give you a shot. And I'll just never forget that actually really happened. And that was the moment that I dropped in on, the first moment I dropped in on in my session. And what a powerful reminder. I kind of went through this like Disneyland looking scene into a grand ballroom, but then I went what I call behind the sun, and I became source. This is a moment I can describe, I can re-experience every single time I even think about it. So, and by the way, it's extraordinarily healing. We have questions in our lives. Sometimes we, like me, I was holding myself in a place of unhappiness in my life and I couldn't figure out why. And that's actually why I went to Jeroen to figure out, like, why can't I get unstuck here? Right. And I mean, we worked it and we worked it until we got some answers. And then, here I am, the rest of my life. And so, yeah, thank you for that. It's a profound experience for anyone who doesn't know. Can you speak a little bit about it too, Jeroen?
Yeah, thank you. So the healing that takes place goes beyond just connecting the dots for our conscious mind. So you will get clarity about things, to think about, to place them into perspective. But the real healing really takes place through the immersion in the quantum codes of a different expression of your soul, aka a different lifetime. So whenever you do a past life regression, be it a QHHC 101 or a group session, as we're going to be doing in the retreat, this is one of the ways to commune with your higher self. And so your higher self is your essence. It's the part of you that knows it is part of source or God or goddess or creator. And so it's very, very loving and very, very wise. And it's going to use the opportunity to love on you and to bring you further back into alignment with your truth. So this is the path that many of us that are interested in this material are on, a recovery of our soul's authenticity, our purity, our innateness as a soul. So we often come into lives where we get lots of programming, and then at some point we start to release the programming and we start to reconnect with our inner selves. And so our retreat is designed to aid with that. So if you're on a path of wanting to do this, if you want to recover your truth and your innocence and your authenticity and your essence, then, I mean, this is a perfect, like the structure is so perfect. It combines both somatic work, it combines sound, it combines past life journey with the goal to, as the name says, to connect to your eternal self.
Beautiful. Jeroen, can you speak on healing trauma?
Healing trauma, sure.
Mm.
So,
It's a big question.
so yeah, so a lot of people that find QHHC are going through a crisis of sorts. It could be, physical issues or losses, be it relationship or financial or gnarly spiritual awakenings. And, or people can be kind of stuck in their lives, kind of inundated by, what is it, compound trauma, having accrued over, living this complex life. And so when people come in, they often go to a past life where either there was something that is very similar to what they're going through, or it can be more an expansive version of their life for them to feel what it's like and to kind of prompt or nudge people to step more into that. But then when we get to the higher self part, it will explain where that trauma comes from. It's not an accident or bad luck. We find out over and over again that we opted into all the experiences in this lifetime prior to coming in. So when we were still a soul on the other side, we got together with these other souls and we said maybe something like, I really want to learn what it is to love myself. And I want to do so on earth because it's the perfect environment to do so. There is duality, so I can really have a fast track learning experience. And then, you contract with the people that become your parents and your siblings and lovers, or, romantic partners, husbands and wives, and the people in your life. And it's not like, of course, as souls, we're all parts of Source, but once we get to Earth, we can take on different roles. We're all playing one role or another as Source. And so the people that are your biggest sort of nemesis in this lifetime can be your soul family on the other side. Like for myself, I've gone through the experience of being in codependent relationships and not really knowing my worth. And so I contracted with these like hot guys, but emotionally unavailable for me to really feel the unworthiness and not feeling good enough to finally be able to address it. So it was really surfaced in these relationships. And so then I was able to address it and then move on from it. And now I've learned, my value, my worth, and my life has changed as a result of it. So the higher self can explain this, like what the purpose is for the trauma. And so I remember sessions where the higher self would say something like, she has never been to planet Earth before. She is here as a volunteer soul. And in order to have an understanding of the human experience, she kind of like piled it on, like different types of trauma happening in the early phase of her life. And then learning how to heal from that or transform it gave her then the medicine to be able to help other people to do the same thing. Also, it made her relatable as a human being, instead of coming in without having any of those experiences and then kind of like saying, well, I'm here to heal everybody. And like people go like, I don't know, you don't get what I'm going through. Other times it can be that a soul just came in, they just wanted to learn a lot. So it might be a guide that comes in during a session and say, well, we kind of warned her, not to pile her plate too high. It was going to be hard. But for some reason, as souls, we don't really acknowledge the complexity and the difficulty of being in a human body and feeling separate from Source in general. And then going through the experience. So it seems easy to pile your plate high just with the goal of learning a lot. But then, of course, when we come down here and we forget what we really are, and then going through the experiences, it can be very, very, very daunting. Um, and then often the higher self will, if there's no more purpose to the trauma, like if people have learned their lessons, then the higher self can remove it on the spot. That happens a lot. So I ask it to do that and to describe what it's doing, and it often says something like, we're holding her in light, or we're sending light to the heart or wherever the trauma takes place. Even if there's physical issues going on, it might go into like very like scientific details. Like it will tell me something like, I'm going to the subatomic and I'm moving energy around, and this will result in bones being moved back into place, or an amputated, or what is that, like an organ has been taken out, the function being taken over energetically.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, it really fantastic stuff is possible to happen. It's not to say that it happens in every session, but there is the possibility of that taking place.
oh, amazing. Yeah, thanks for those shares. And we'll keep more shares coming. What I wanted to do is actually just screen share and show everyone the details of this event. I want to show you how to find it, how to register for it. We're offering you a promotional discount and what each day will entail and a little bit about us. And so let me screen share here. There we go. Okay, and let's just start actually at kimtangyoga.com. kimtangyoga.com. Right here at the very top of the header bar says, Eternally You, a past, present, and future hypnosis immersion into self. And that's the most direct way. Of course, you can just go there and click there. And if you already have all the details you need and you're ready to sign up, you can just reserve your spot there. But let's just show you what the experience is. And what we've provided for you, the description and the details, is delve into your deepest inner chambers for realization, liberation. This retreat blends past life regression, present and future driven hypnosis sessions, yoga, meditation, sound healing, and conscious connected breath to help you better understand your life, your patterns, and your karmic relationships. So, what it includes is each morning, a morning meditation, a nature stroll, yoga, a little bit of breath. Each day we'll have a past life or a present life or a future hypnosis session, sound bath, immersive healing, group integrations and discussions, and guided by world-class facilitators. And so here you can read a little bit more about the three of us. Here's Jeroen, of course, not in the flesh, but online on the Zoom. And here's a little bit about him, a little bit about me. And may I introduce as well Spencer James Larson, and he is a sound therapy master, and he'll be playing for you, taking you into the depths beyond just the hypnosis sessions. Super exciting. Okay, and then again, reserve your spot here. Easy to click. Here's our schedule of events. And I want to tell you that we do not have a clock in this room. We live in pure time presence. And so our events basically last as long as they last. But here's a framework that can guide you. Thursday night, you can arrive in Yucca Valley at the Yucca Shala. So our small private event center for the healing arts and spiritual sciences is where this event will take place. And I also want to mention that September in the high desert is spectacularly beautiful. It is a glorious time to come. You'll arrive on Thursday afternoon. We'll have a check-in. We'll have your arrival and orientation, get you settled here on site. And we'll have a launch party so that we can meet and greet, have food and fun and connection. And then the event officially begins Friday morning from 8 to 9 each of these mornings. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 8 to 9 is wake up, morning meditation, nature stroll, journaling, whatever you'd like for yourself. And 9:30 to 10:30 on each of these days will be a time designated for breathing, for yoga, just some gentle movement through the body. That'll be guided by Spencer or myself. And then 11 o'clock on Friday and Saturday. So Friday, 11 to 12 is an opening satsang discussion. This is a bit of like the interview and intro before the hypnosis session itself. And then we'll break for a light lunch and go into a session. From 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock loosely, we've marked it. Session 1 on Friday is exploring the past, your past lives. And then we'll have a little kind of outro exit conversation about your experience. We'll have dinner and ecstatic dance on Friday. That's going to be a lot of fun. On Saturday, again, nature stroll, morning meditation, and then 9:30 to 10:30 breath and yoga, the pre-session satsang discussion again, and then 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock again. This time it's meet your present guides and ancestors. So this is really about the moment you stand in your life. And then the group discussion dinner, and we'll do the sound baths with Spencer on Saturday night. And then on Sunday, again, nature stroll, morning meditation, 9:30 to 10:30, breath and yoga. And then our pre-session satsang discussion. We'll have a light lunch, and then create your life with intention is the hypnosis session for Sunday, and a closing ceremony. So it finishes on Sunday at about 4 p.m. And you're welcome to stay through Sunday. You can depart Sunday evening afterwards, or even stay and depart Monday. So I guess the thing I'd want to draw your awareness to is that while every morning provides an opportunity for just morning meditation, nature stroll, journaling, yoga, a little bit of breathing, a whole lot of talking, the hypnosis sessions themselves are daily, the first one of the past, the second one of the present, and the final of the future. And so we're trying to help you just karmically dot each I, cross each T. And so you leave a different person with a different self-perception that you project in the creation of your life. How's that? And then, okay, and then this is a little bit about the place. This is actually, yeah, I'm sitting in front of that ancient gong from Rishikesh, and you can find out a little bit more about Yucca Shala down at the end of the page. And okay, and so that's a lot about the event. Now, the next thing I would say is that both Jeroen and I have Instagrams, and on our Instagrams, we both have link trees. And at the top of my link tree, this Eternally You is at the top of the stack. So there are any number of ways to get to it, and it's pretty easy to find. Anything you want to add?
No, you said it so well.
Okay, so what we want you to do is start to reach out to us. We want to hear from you. Oh, yeah, the offer, the promotional offer, right? So the price has been set at $24.99. And I'm going to tell you something. The like one-on-one sessions, I mean, honestly, they're quite pricey. So if you understand that, this is actually quite a good deal, but we're still going to sweeten the pot. And that is literally for the entire month of July. We're going to give you a promotional rate. And the promotional rate is a $500 discount. So that brings it from $2,499 to $1,999. So I want you to really actually grab your calendar and look at your plans and try to create space for yourself in the form of this event. And you can type in a promotional password. If you found out about this event through me, you're going to type in Kim. And if you found out about this event through Jeroen, you're going to type in Jeroen. But either of those are going to give you the promotional rate, which is good through the end of July. So that is a $500 savings, a $19.99 price. And included in that is the on-site accommodations, the entire event with all of the sessions, all on-site accommodations, and meals included. So all you have to do is get yourself here and we will take excellent care of you. We'll do the rest.
I mean,
Yep.
it's really a very beautiful container, because it's limited to what, 16 people. And
Uh,
so,
yes, 16, limited to
yeah,
16, by the way. Yes.
yeah, because of the lodging. So, it's really like a container with lots of personal attention, lots of sharing, lots of clarification, deepening of the experience. So it's
Yeah.
not like a large group event. This is, a semi-private process to go through with lots of personal attention.
I'm so happy you said that. Deeply personal. That's the way we roll, right? And that kind of, it's this place, Yucca Shala, is kind of like big for a small place, but it's also like small for a big place. It's just such a happy medium that with this number of people, it's such an intimate group. We'll have time for deep, deep connections and for what I like to call spontaneity and specificity, so that we're really uniquely and personally meeting you where you're at. We have space for that. That's what we're here for. I call it to lay the love down hard and to give you what I call our undivided attention on every level of being in a field of trust with the absence of judgment in pure time presence. So that right there is what I call a tangibly energetic event. And we just simply don't want you to miss out on it. We really want you here so we can wrap our loving everything around you on every level of your being, right? Level of the mind, level of the feelings and emotions, spirit, of course, and then the form, which is the reconciliation of all of it.
And I'm
So
really, I'm really stoked to be doing this in Joshua Tree. I drive out there as often as I can. I'm just going to go after this session actually. And it's such a vortex. It's such a beautiful way. The energy is so beautiful and so conducive to connecting to yourself and slowing down. The land and the nature. It's reflecting of who you truly are. Nature shows up just as it is, and that's what you're going to go for during the retreat.
yeah, thank you for saying that. That was super beautiful. The desert is stark and it'll give you what you need, no matter, whether you think you want it or not. Like this high desert is an energy vortex. Technically, it's a triple energy vortex where we have literally pretty nearby three rushing rivers converging 125 feet under the earth, percolating through quartz crystal. We're in proximity of the world's largest freestanding boulder with its own geomagnetic frequency. Like
Wow.
what's going on out here in the high desert, it's why all the healers are out here. It's why all the spiritualists are out here, because they're just in response to the energies. And it's something you really have to experience for yourself. So if we have time, maybe we'll do like a guided excursion or adventure at Joshua Tree National Park, or just see whatever the group wants. And yeah, the high desert is an extraordinary place and a perfect place for this event for sure. Yes, so we want to reach out. Let's reach out to our people in our proximities. And so this is a personal invitation for the entire high desert, right? To check into the event and join what we call the low desert, which is like the Coachella Valley, Palm Springs, Cathedral City, Palm Desert, Rancho Mirage, Indio La Quinta, Indian Wells. Like all of y'all come up here because this is something super special that you cannot otherwise find. And then Jeroen, what about your area and your sphere of influence? Let's invite your people personally.
Yeah, so Los Angeles, I'm in the valley, but West Side, East Side, Hollywood, the beach cities, everybody, please come in and enjoy this beautiful retreat.
Speaking of Los Angeles, my heart goes out to Los Angeles. That has been hit incredibly hard with a whole lot of catastrophes. And so if you're stressed out and you need a little reset, you need a little clarity in your life, then, get yourself here. It's a bit of a hop, skip, and a jump. We made 2.5 hours tops. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Please,
Thank
please, please DM us if you have any questions, more clarification. We're both available, through Instagram.
Perfect. Absolutely. So let's share our Instagrams. Mine is Kim Tang Yoga.
Mine is Jeroen is Love. So JeroenIslove.
It's so beautiful and perfect. And then, of course, we have websites. Mine is kimtangyoga.com.
And mine is Jeroen QHHT. So JeroenQHHT.com.
Perfect. And what else? YouTube. So I do have a Kim Tang official on YouTube. But through all of that, it should be enough for you to be able to find us. And I will reply personally when I can to your inquiry. And so please be sure to reach out to us so we can get you the information you need so that you can make your plans. And we cannot wait to see you here.
I look forward to it.
Thanks.